Welcome to the channel, guys, and finally some more content on the truck. As you can see, we got a ton of, well, I shouldn't say a ton, but quite a few parts here, and some of these are just fixing things that went wrong with this thing. And I got brand new wipers that I've had for probably over a month now, and I just drove in the rain the other day and just realized it's finally time that I stop procrastinating it and change the wipers. So we're gonna change the wipers today, and this will be number 3, which this is a different one, so I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna feel about this one, but we're gonna find out if I can get it out of the pack here. This is another brand new tailgate strip, or taillight, third taillight that goes underneath the tailgate. I'm not sure what happened with this second one that I had. Now granted, these aren't the really expensive $100 ones or $80 ones or whatever. So it's kind of expected that I'm gonna change them, I guess. I mean, they do last fairly a decent period of time, but so this is number 3, so I gotta change that, and I know already, you can see it down in there, this is just gonna be a pain in the ass again, just like it was the first time, removing all that adhesive. And I'm glad they do have enough adhesive on it, because then I'd just be pissed off when it falls off. So I guess it's whichever one you want, one way or the other. They do send you everything in with this, so hopefully this one might be a little better. It kind of looks like it might be, but I'm not entirely sure. So another one of those. And a really kind of unfortunate thing that happened with the truck was all my reverse lights. I didn't even know it at first, really. I found out through just turning them on one night trying to show somebody, and half of them lit up. I mean, basically, if I come down here, there was, I think, this one all the way over here. It was one of them, it might have been this end, lit up completely. The other ones, there's bulbs out on all of them. So kind of unfortunate, kind of makes the truck, a nice looking truck, look like complete shit to me. So I wanted to change that right away. So what I did is I ended up buying a whole new kit with basically everything that I got the first time. Now the only benefit to doing it this way, since I ordered the same exact things, and I think what happened is water got inside there, and I think it was my fault, because when I took the plasti dip off, I was power washing everything, and I did see water inside there, so I loosened everything and drained it out, but apparently I didn't catch it in time, and it might have shorted everything out. So now we have brand new lights here, and really all that I have to do is pop this plate off and throw the new light, pull the light out of the old one, and I can reuse that other plate. So I don't have to repaint these or any of that nonsense that went on the first time. So it should be relatively easy, and the wiring should be relatively easy. Just plug into whatever I had down there already. So we got 4 of these again, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to replace the 4th one, the one that works. So I'll have to test and see which one that is, because maybe I won't replace that one if it's working. And I'll do a little demonstration here right now so you guys can see how much of a crappy job that it looks like. So there, I put it in reverse, and we'll come back here, and that one only has 1 light on it. This one's missing 2. I mean, it just looks like crap. That one's also missing 2, and this one's fully lit up. So it makes it kind of really shitty looking, especially with that one. Actually, that one's kind of flashing, so it only has 1 really. And I noticed in my driver's side mirror that when I would hit my reverse lights, that it wouldn't really shine bright like it used to. So I kind of figured it made sense that something was up. So it's kind of unfortunate, but we're gonna get right on changing those. And while we're at it, we're just gonna make sure all my other lights work. That way we don't look like a complete fool. And apparently I didn't turn them on. So maybe they are on now. And yes. So So it looks like everything is good with all of those lights. Even those pods are all lit up. Same with those. Headlights are on. The halo lights are on. There's nothing more annoying to me than lights that don't work or flicker on and off. And that is a big pet peeve of mine with the back here. And we'll check tail lights and everything. Which if you guys did not check out my taillight review video, I will post the link for that in the description. But these taillights have been doing very well, and they continue to do very well. Super bright. They pretty much blind people when they are behind you, but you want to be seen when you're turning or braking or anything. So that is the 3 things that we're going to do. And the 4th and final thing, which I've had problems with it before, is jumping up here to the bed. The 3rd brake light, this doesn't even work, and I think it's just a matter of loosening the screws, pulling it out, messing with the plug, and putting it back in. The brake light itself works, but I think the dome light does not, or the cargo light. So I know I had to mess with it before and mess around with the plug, and then it worked, and then it was fine. So I'll get checking that, and hopefully that's all it is, and hopefully it's nothing major, because if you've seen any of the past videos when I was originally changing that, I had to get resistors and everything through the company, and it was just a huge hassle, and it took a long time. So I hope I don't have to do anything like that again, but we're gonna change that or check that as well. And another thing that I have noticed is when I lock the truck, it used to flash the lights. Now maybe it's because of that not working, but it's just kind of funny how it used to do that and now all of a sudden it doesn't do it. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like a snowball effect where everything's going wrong and happening with this thing. So it's kind of annoying, but it's all minor stuff. So we're gonna jump right in here and get the old wipers off and then throw the new ones on. So as you can see, they are lit up, and it was just a matter of the plug and messing around with it, which is kind of stupid. It was like that from day one when I took the other one out. So I'm not sure. I could always like hardwire it, I guess, or rewire, but I shouldn't have to do that. So whatever. But so now that that is on, I am kind of curious to see if when I lock the truck, that the lights and everything are gonna flash. I don't really know if it's gonna. And there it came on when I unlocked it. So we'll lock it, and they still don't flash, so I'm really not sure why that all of a sudden changed. But it could just be a matter of going into the computer system. Something could have changed in there. I'm not sure why. It's not a huge deal, but I know it did it before. So something obviously is weird now and messed up. So not 100% sure what's up with that, but the good thing is that those lights do still work, and it was just a matter of the plug. So now we will go to the windshield wipers. You are one ugly ass spider. That's disgusting. If you do want to change your windshield wipers on your Ram, this is a 2012, but it should apply to mostly all the models within that year range. And so basically it's on your windshield like that. You're gonna pick it up, you're gonna rotate it so it's pretty much straight in line. It's going across the arm itself. You wanna pull down on the little clip thing there, and then it'll just push right off. And then you can pop it right off of the arm. Like that, boom, it's off. and then throw your new one on the reverse way that you took it off. When you want to put on your new ones, which these are the Rain X Latitude. So all the windshield wipers are going to be a little different, but there's a little clip thing you push down on the other side. You might have to put a little force into it. It is clipped in, and then you're just going to slide it right over your arm and then lock that clip back in, and you're pretty much done. And don't forget to remove your other wiper from your windshield. So now that we have officially done that, I will be able to see in the rain, I hope, and I would definitely hope so, with new wipers. It was definitely a long time coming because I procrastinated it for a very long time. So you come to a point where you are being told about your windshield wipers by your friends that ride in your vehicles. It's time to change your wipers. So the third brake light is done. The windshield wipers are done. So that is 2 checked off the list already. And now we're getting back to the more technical things, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. It needs to be done, otherwise the truck's gonna keep looking like crap. So I will try and remove the other one, hence the key word I said try, because I know it's gonna be a pain, and this one was even on here longer than the first one, so I know it's gonna be an issue trying to get it off, and I'm gonna have to pull the tailgate off too as well. So I think what I will do first is I will take care of the light situation, and then I will do that last. This was a royal pain to get off, but I finally succeeded at it. So now what can be done is we can crawl underneath and see what for wiring mess we have down here, which it looks like just some zip ties, and the plug is over here. So I got to cut some of these zip ties off and de-wire the reverse light switch. Yeah, right there would be the wire for that. And then I can begin to put the new one on. So, the process of pulling the old one out, and I totally forgot about it, but inside here is a fuse, and it didn't look blown because I did just take it apart, but the one side was really corroded, like it might not have been making contact. So this very well could have just needed a fuse and the contact cleaned, but either way, I already removed the adhesive for the old one, and this one's going to be brand new, so doesn't really much matter at this point, but and I believe this one has a fuse in it as well. So just for future reference, if it goes out again, then I will have to check the fuse first. And same goes for you guys. If you have any of these that go out, double check and make sure there's not a fuse before you go to all the trouble to remove it and everything, because some of this adhesive is really good stuff and it holds really well, so it's kind of a pain to do it. But so I'll get the new one stuck fast and wire everything up. It's basically just, I thought about hard wiring this, but as often as they go out, or for me anyway, I'm just going to continue to plug it back in and obviously have my reverse light. So that's the only wire I need to wire in, and then I got to remove the rest of the lights and wire those back in. So I'll remove the 3M tape on the back and get the adhesive stuck. So it's pretty cut and dry as far as the install, because you're just going to plug it in, and I don't want to get it repetitive here because it was the same thing when I replaced it before. You got on this one, this particular one, I had just one wire for the reverse lights, And I already know what wire that is because I already tied in reverse lights and everything before, so I don't have to trace it. If you're doing a new install, you will have to trace it and you will have to figure it out, but I did not have to do that because I already knew. The other one had two different reverse wires. One was a dual wire, the second one was a brighter reverse wire. I always use the brighter. This one only came with one, so we're gonna see if this one is even gonna be better. And it's fully wired up and everything right now, so I guess it's time for the moment of truth to see if... Man, there's that spider again. Ugly. That is disgusting. That thing looks dangerous. So we're gonna turn on, and my tuner randomly fell off of my window, so that's perfect. And so besides that, turn on the lights, and there you can see they are on. That is the parking lights. And now I will try the turn signal, which I have to turn on the key for this. Turn on the left turn signal. And not sure why, but apparently they want you to plug it in the opposite direction. So I have to flip the entire thing because they want the wires coming out the other side. So that's lovely. Piss poor setup with this. Both of the other ones that I installed from this side over with the wires wrapping down and then tying in. I did that with this one, and obviously you just seen when I hit the left turn signal, the right side came on. And if I pulled it back off to try and swap it to this end, the wires aren't long enough. So whoever made this, you're freaking retarded. But what I ended up just doing is I wouldn't have had to cut all four of them, but I was going to extend the wire, and then I got to thinking I could just swap the two wires for the turn signals. So I wouldn't have had to cut all four, but I did. So the ground and the running lamp wire stayed the same, but I swapped the right and left turn wires to each other. So now when I hit the left comes on like it's supposed to, and so on and so forth. So I can finally reinstall that, get everything patched up, and get it back on the truck for the second time. Installed, one down, and this one was okay. One down, two to go. And I'm not gonna really get too carried away with the install because I did a video on this before, so I'm not gonna repeat myself and get repetitive. And I also finished this up as well, so that is lit up with the reverse right now as well. And hopefully that works good and stays put. They sent screws and stuff with it that I could tack it fast, but I do not want to drill holes in my bed. Not about that, not about to have to go through all that when it has 3M tape on it. I know why they do it, but at the same time, I just don't want any holes in there. Just another place for things to rust. So not gonna do that. So I'll get all the rest of these in and show you guys the finished product. Like I said, I'm not gonna get repetitive with it and show you how to install it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So after not really struggling, it went fairly easy, but after, it's just time consuming. After a lot of time spent and everything, finally got everything under control. So all I have to do now is just tape everything and get everything zip tied up and get everything just cleaned up underneath there. Clean everything up, put the tailgate back on, and we are officially done with all the fixing that we had to do. And we're just gonna double check real quick and make sure that that cargo lamp is coming on, and which it is. So that is a big plus. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera, but it is. So that is good. So hopefully we don't have to do anything else as far as fixing on the truck goes, and we can progress to do with the other things that I have, which I do have more things in stock at the moment that I want to do with the truck right now. So those are going to be going on pretty soon. I mean, I'm trying to balance it out with working on the car and the motor and everything as well to get this done, at least get the motor and everything back in the car before winter. So I'm trying to balance everything out, but I will try and get that video up and try and get that installed. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, comments, anything, be sure to let it below. Give the video a big thumbs up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe.